News at 10 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jory Talley.
And I'm Cash Matlock. Well, the weather has been in full force this weekend with most parts in our viewing area seeing rain and thunderstorms.
It's definitely been a wet weekend. Let's toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson for a first look at our weather. Keith?
Well, we still have showers and storms across our area right now, dotting the landscape here. Non-severe activity, but some pretty good downpours out here near Eupora, Winona, Duck Hill, Grenada. These locations seeing some storms over the last hour or so. Some additional rain back in the Delta west of 55. The strongest storms are actually down here in southeastern Mississippi. Look at that line. Some damaging wind potential with that. That's where most of the cloud ground lightning is. It's trying to move to the northeast, but the air around here is still somewhat stable. Now we still have a little sliver for Attala, Lee counties, a severe thunderstorm watch until 11. Most of us will not see anything like that, it would appear. However, can't rule out some gusty storms tonight, maybe even a little bit of small hail too. That would be the big threat, primarily the wind, but again, there could be a little bit of hail. We've had that today. Heavy rain and lightning potential too. So speaking of the hail, you can see some of that falling. This was near Aberdeen earlier this afternoon. Large quantities of small hail in some of these storms today. Tomorrow, 70s, still the chance for some storms. More details in just a few minutes.
A Bruce woman is killed after her car overturns in Calhoun County. The Mississippi Highway Patrol responded to a one-car crash Saturday afternoon. 62-year-old Patty Ledbetter was driving her car on Mississippi 9 near County Road 269B when her car left the road and overturned. Ledbetter was pronounced dead at the scene. The accident remains under investigation.
Well, and another afternoon crash causes two separate accidents in Lowndes County. It happened on the Highway 82 bypass in the westbound lane on the 10-ton bridge. A trailer tractor crashed into the side of the bridge, causing another accident to follow. Now two cars swerved into each other, trying to avoid hitting the crashed tractor trailer. It left one car totaled, and the Mississippi Highway Patrol responded to the scene. No injuries were reported.
A third car crash also happened in Sturgis this afternoon. This one happened on West Point Road. Father and his 3 young children were in this truck when it crashed. Sturgis Fire and Rescue responded to the scene. Oktibbeha County Fire Services Coordinator Kirk Rosenhan says the passengers were sent to OCH Regional Medical Center.
Well, a Tishomingo County inmate who ran off during a roadside work detail is back behind bars tonight. Stephen Hancock was captured by law enforcement Friday night in Colbert County, Alabama. Hancock signed his extradition papers and was brought back to the Tishomingo County. Now he will face additional charges for attempting to escape.
A Starkville puppy travels hundreds of miles to New York to help the ACPCA's National Relocation Program reach a new milestone. A 3-month-old dachshund mix named Apple and her furry friend named Curry were found running the streets of Starkville. Apple's journey to the Big Apple kicked off this week when she was loaded onto the Nancy Silverman Rescue Ride. She and 15 other dogs arrived at the big city in hopes of finding a new home. Apple was the 100,000th animal the program has transported. To date, the ACPCA has helped move homeless animals from 16 states.
Well, it seems like every day it gets a little warmer, and that means that it's time to start sprucing up your yard. The folks at Lowe's Garden Center say there's a few things that you might want to think about if you're new to landscaping or if your thumb maybe isn't so green.
Lowe's in Columbus is gearing up for its spring kickoff, and employees say that their spring garden center sales are almost as big as their Black Friday Christmas sales. And with the new spring flowers comes a new wave of first-time landscapers.
One common question that reoccurs is, what can I buy that I can't kill? And I usually send them in the direction of perennials. A perennial is really hard to kill. You can get it out, you can play with it a little bit, and then if you think you didn't do it right, it will pop out, it'll go away, but it'll still come back. So it's something that keeps turning over year after year after year.
Jennifer Stinson is the live nursery specialist, and she says there's a new trend for the low-maintenance gardener.
A lot of people come in looking for the succulents, looking for the cacti, looking for those things, because a lot of people are now into making the inside of their home brighter as well. As far everybody knows, a cactus is really, really, really hard to kill because it survives off of water, but it retains water as well.
And she says one common mistake that first-time planters often make is putting indoor plants outside.
They are not designed to go outside. They are designed for in the house. That's the biggest mistake you can do, because the time you put it out there, they're not going to make it. Either the sun is going to beat down and kill them, or the cold is going to come and wipe them out.
And she says when you repot a plant, you may want to think ahead.
I always try to advise them, if you buy, let's just say, a rose. Okay, you want to look at the size of the rose, and you want to buy a pot, if you're going to put it in a pot, twice the size of what it's already in, because you have to look at it. It's already been planted in a pot, so it's already grown in that pot. So you want to give it extra room so the roots can sprout and grow out and things of that nature.
But she says the most important thing for new landscapers is to ask for help.
Always look for the red vest, because we're here. We're ready to help you guys, get you on your way with anything you need to do, and then just once you get the hang of it, then gradually graduate to something bigger.
Well, Stinson says that it's also important for first-time gardeners to look for a sale and then start out small.
A senior from Hattiesburg High School is the winner of this year's Tupelo Elvis Presley Fan Club Music Scholarship Competition. 18-year-old Emmy Perkins beat out 9 other finalists for the annual contest. She took home a $5,000 scholarship. The contest started 12 years ago, and it's a way to highlight young talent from across Mississippi.
When we started out 12 years ago, the winner got $1,000. Now the winner gets $5,000. So it's a big scholarship now, and they can use it for their college and for other areas that will advance their education.
I'm very surprised. I was shocked. There's a lot of great people that were such amazing performers and singers and dancers, and so I'm just humbled to be next to them and to get to perform with all of them. It was a lot of fun. In the future, I'll go to Mississippi State University and go Dogs, and I'm majoring in a pre-med science and minoring in music, and I hope to be the first ever singing doctor.
More than 50 entries were received from across the state. The Tupelo Elvis Presley Fan Club is able to help many charities through the sale of specialty car tags benefiting the fan club.
Well, bring on the corn and potatoes. Crawfish season is underway. Our Stephanie Poole sees how one local crawfish carrier handles the busy season.
The smell of spring is in the air, which includes crawfish. Brewski's worker Arthur Tate says the store gets countless orders of crawdaddies per week.
On a boil, we go through maybe 1,000 pounds plus. I couldn't even tell you how many we go through per week.
These mud bugs are the #1 seller for Brewski's this time of year, nearly doubling store profits, bringing in familiar faces and new ones through the door.
Our biggest sales here is mainly crawfish. A lot of the same people in here every day, and I guess they really enjoy our crawfish and our seafood.
You can pick up crawfish and enjoy them by yourself or share with friends. And sharing them with friends at Crawfish Boils is what Brewski says bring in so many customers.
We do a lot of crawfish boils. As a matter of fact, we had one today, and we are constantly selling crawfish.
Reporting in Oktibbeha County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
Well, crawfish season lasts up until July. We'll have this week's Mom to Mom coming up after the break. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Jory Talley.
Welcome back, everyone. Cleaning hacks are always a plus, and we've got some for you in this week's Mom to Mom. Here's part 2 of cleaning hacks using dryer sheets.
Moms, today I am back and I've got more cleaning hacks for you using dryer sheets. Moms, it is summertime and the kids, they are sweatier than ever. That means those smells are going around in your house. I know those smells. I have them too. So what I have found, the dryer sheets come in such good use as an air freshener. So what I have done is I actually put a dryer sheet inside of a vent, and every time that fan comes on, you get that wonderful dryer sheet smell. You can also use dryer sheets as air fresheners in shoes, you can use it in drawers, and you can also use it in between your folded clothes in your closet that you don't wear over the winter. You can also use this to remove pet hair. You can remove pet hair from your clothes, and you can also use it on your furniture. Just wipe the furniture down and it removes all the pet hair. They also work as insect repellents. So during those spring and summer months when those critters and ants are coming in, you can literally stick even a used dryer sheet in a corner that you see some ants coming in, and it will repel the ants. And also for those dads out there that are into washing their cars, you can use it to remove bug splats off of the front of your car. And moms, as you know, I love those good cleaning hacks, so send those cleaning hacks that you found using dryer sheets or any other cleaning hack that you found that you want to share with those other moms out there. I'll see y'all next week.
Mom to Mom is brought to you by Mom to Be on Wilkins Wise Road in Columbus.
Some hail spotted across our area today. There's some smaller size stones in Louisville, also there in Noxubee County. So we had some small hail. Some stones actually got up to the size of a quarter. Some ominous looking clouds there near Amory earlier today, mixing with some hail, some heavy rain, some thunder and lightning. We still have some storms on radar. We'll talk about that and look ahead at the next 7 after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Here's our Alpha Insurance Camera Network, our time lapses from Columbus, Tupelo, Vernon, Durham's Pharmacy, Louisville, Mississippi right there. So we've had some showers, some storms around, heavy downpours, thunder and lightning, a little bit of hail, some gusty breezes. Now, over the next 24 hours, we still have the potential for some wind gusts and some hail. The tornado threats on the low end of the spectrum here. And overall, the severe weather aspect of this is on the downward trend right now. That's certainly good news, but we'll continue to monitor here. Additional heavier rain possible tonight, even into our day on Monday. So this is the current situation. We've had a few blips, some showers and thunder showers move on through the Columbus area over the last hour or so. Some heavier rain just west of Eupora, lining all the way back out towards Water Valley. And notice the trend from south to north. These little cells here would still have the chance for some of those small hailstones and some gusty breezes. But notice how there's really not a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning this far north. The more concentrated lightning activity is across southeastern Mississippi, and that's where the air is a little bit more unstable, and that's where the better chance for some of these strong storms will be later tonight. The driver of this is this area of low pressure out in Texas. Now, this will take the next 24 to 36 hours to clear our region, so still out ahead of it, it's going to remain unsettled. Numerous reports of wind, those are the white dots, and the hail, the blue dots, and even one tornado reported there to our southwest today. But the big story around here, in general, sub-severe criteria hail. You can see some of that falling in Noxubee County near Macon, and also some of these stones in and around Louisville. Some of these actually got to the size of a quarter. That is severe criteria. Most of them dime size or nickel size, and that's the way it looked earlier today. And you can see the ominous looking clouds that we've had across our region producing some of the hail. So, and the gusty winds and the lightning and what have you here with these storms. We are in the 60s right now, 70s to our south, so it's a little bit more unstable to our south, hence the better chance for some of those stronger storms. And just notice how this wave tends to weaken, at least as far as the color is concerned, as we go throughout the course of the night. So we may get by with not too many major issues as we go throughout the overnight hours. That's certainly good news. We'll watch it though. Down into the 60s, we're there now, maybe just a few more degrees. And for your Monday, 60s to start, we should be back into the 70s during the course of the day. It doesn't look like an all-day washout here. However, there will be some showers and storms around, and again, some of those could be on the strong side with some gusty wind, maybe a little bit of hail again. All of that's going to roll to our east by Tuesday morning, and by Tuesday afternoon, notice how we become clear or at least partly cloudy, and temperatures will be on an upward trend. Wednesday, 80, 83 Thursday. Our next chance for heavy weather after this event, maybe Thursday night. Still not definite, but Thursday night there could be some strong storms. And also for this upcoming weekend, more heavy rain and more severe weather possible.
Mississippi State and LSU honoring Alex Wilcox and finishing up their weekend series in Starkville. Highlights are next in sports.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
It was a tough end to a rough game 2 in Knoxville yesterday. Mississippi State taking on Tennessee this weekend and splitting wins, and Mississippi State hoping to get the offense rolling and return to Starkville with another series under the Diamond Dogs' belt. Let's head to the top of the 6th. MSU leading. Jackson Prep's Jake Mangum's going to knock one all the way down the left field line, gets all the way to the corner. 2 runs come home. State now leading by 3. But a homer from the Volunteers and the next frame from a pinch hitter would put Tennessee within 1. That would be Tristan Barlow's first time giving up a homer this year. And then following a few errors from the Diamond Dogs, Barlow finding himself in a jam, gets the tying run on third and delivers a strike to end the frame. He had 2 strikes in the inning today. The final would be 7-5. Mississippi State gets the win for the weekend.
He just didn't look comfortable out there, and we're not in the world of risking that. So we took him out, probably a little overcautious. I don't know if he was happy with me, but Keegan came in and did a great job. So we look forward to having all those guys back out there, and these guys have careers. So for JT, we're going to try to make the best move we can for him.
The Tennessee series is a very special one for senior center fielder Jake Mangum at Lindsey Nelson Field for the series opener against the Volunteers. The mayor became the king. Mangum making history by moving to the top of the all-time hits list at Mississippi State. He finished out the evening with 337 hits during his career as a Diamond Dog. He also moved into the top 5 for hits overall in the SEC. He sits at number 4 in the conference of all-time hits. Mississippi State hosting 5th-ranked LSU in Starkville. Bottom of the second, 2 runners on. Kinsey Gales knocks it up the middle. And then off the fielding error, Carter Spexarth makes it home for the first run. Same inning, Emily Heimberger sends it up the middle. LSU going to throw to first instead of third, allowing Sarah New to make it home. State leading by 2. Top of the 4th tied. Schlappman sends a bomb right over the wall, and the Tigers now with the team's first lead of the game. Bottom of the 5th, Fale Lua waves that ball goodbye. From the second it hit her bat, she knew it was money and over the wall. The game now tied at 3. We head to the top of the 7th from there. 1 runner on first. Shemaya Sanchez takes it right over the left field wall. A 2-run homer for the Tigers gives them back the late lead in the last chance effort for Mississippi State. But the Dogs unable to get it done. LSU takes the day. 5-3 the final in the series win in Starkville. Next up, Mississippi State hosts Memphis on Wednesday. The Ole Miss Rebels finishing out the weekend for both baseball and softball yesterday. Baseball gets the series sweep over Florida and Oxford. The final in Game 3, 12-10 over the Gators. And Ole Miss softball playing a top 25 series in Lexington. The Rebs take the series 2-1 over the Wildcats, 6-2 in 8 innings. And then some MLB scores for you. The Braves get the win over the Marlins 4-3. Brewers top the Cubs 4-2. And the Cardinals beat out the Padres 4-1. Well, the NCAA crowns a new national championship. I have highlights from that final game in Tampa coming up next in sports. Stick with us. Let's head to Tampa. Baylor preparing to take on Notre Dame in the women's national championship. First quarter, Arike Ugambawale brings the ball up court and hits the pull-up J to take a 5-point lead. 5 seconds left in the first. Chloe Jackson gets the ball on the break, scores to close it out, 25-14. Baylor with the lead. And then we head to the second quarter. A few seconds remaining. Chloe Jackson misses the layup, but Kalani Brown grabs the rebound, and she get the putback. Baylor pulling away 43-29. Notre Dame brings it back within 5. Marina Mabry passes it to Jessica Shepard. She makes the layup and grabs the foul while she's at it. A 1-possession game in the 4th, and under 5 minutes to go. Ugambawale gets right into the paint. She's going to hit up the pull J to tie the game up. It'd be 76 all, and then with 40 seconds left to go in the ball game, Chloe Jackson able to drive in the lane. She hits the floater to take the lead, 2 points, and then with just 3 seconds remaining on the clock, Baylor is going to get the ball off the inbounds pass, and they would go on to win the national championship. Chloe Jackson with 26 points. Baylor is the newest women's basketball national champ. The final, a 1-point game, 82-81. Well, in case you missed it, the men's Final Four was yesterday, featuring a matchup between Auburn and Virginia. And Auburn fans thought they were headed to the NCAA title game, only to have their hopes vanish moments later. Let's check this out. Students filled Toomer's Corner on campus to celebrate the Tigers' win over Virginia. A little too early. That was until they realized the game wasn't over. Refs called a foul on Auburn, sending Kyle Guy to the line. He made 3 free buckets to take a 63-62 lead. and the excitement would quickly fade from there. The crowd walks away. It hurts to watch. A great run for Auburn nonetheless. That title game against Virginia and Texas Tech is tomorrow night on Monday. That's it for sports. The last look at your forecast is next. Stick with us.
Some rain and storms still around. At this point, we don't really anticipate any more severe weather. Keep your fingers crossed, but there still could be some gusty storms out there, some thunder and lightning. We'll watch it, though. More storms possible tomorrow, a little bit warmer midweek.
Rain.
Get out of here.
Yeah, go away. Y'all know the
Beat
song.
it.
Y'all have a great week and stay dry. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.